What's cracking YouTube? It's pappastigg, you feel me? We back with another story time, you feel me? We're back! If y'all new, like, comment, share, subscribe. Subscribe to the main channel at pappastigg. Subscribe to the gaming channel at pappastigg Gaming. And yeah, right now I'm at the shop, you feel me? I got that demon behind me. I don't think y'all seen it, but if y'all follow me on TikTok and stuff, I'm pretty sure y'all heard it. Y'all didn't see it, but y'all heard it. But yeah, it's hot as hell in here. So yeah, it's hot. I might finish this at the crib, or I might just finish it here. But it's hot as hell. But I dropped the story time not that long ago. It did better than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all did good on that one. So I guess I'm gonna just keep them coming. And the last story time I did was, what was it? When I got chased by the cops. It was like a never-ending cycle of cops, and I was in my boxers. But today's story time is, we had beef with people at school. It was literally like black versus Mexicans at school, and it was like a whole bunch of ESL kids. So let me so damn, how am I gonna start this story? I graduated like 4 years ago. Yeah. Alright, so what is it? Everything was cool. Everything was cool with each other for a while, you feel me? There's always been ESL classes, and if y'all don't know what ESL is, it's English for a second language. So it's all the Spanish people that only speak Spanish, and they have English. They're learning English, pretty much. That's what that is. And they have their own little special classes that they go to and stuff like that. So yeah, but we would be in school and everything would be fine. Like, we'll walk by, no problems, no nothing, whatever. You feel me? So it's like, yeah, everything was fine. And I don't know exactly how the beef between everybody started, but I think it was either somebody was talking to somebody girl, or they just started to act tough, I guess. Like, I don't know how to explain it. They was like, I don't know, I felt like they was trying to crave attention or shit like that, you feel me? So what is it? We're chilling in school one time, and then one of my boys got into like a little altercation with them. So it got bad, and like every time we would see each other, it was literally on site, like a problem on site. And I don't know what was wrong with them. And a lot of them, they was, feel me? Yeah, they was. Yeah. So I don't know, they was tripping off of that or what, but we literally had no problem with them, and all that shit started because of them. So yeah, and there was a time we was walking in the hallways, and then they was coming down, and they're eyeballing us and shit like that, whatever. And their leader was some chipmunk looking fucker, and he tried to act tough, like bump one of my boys and shit. So we bumped him back, whatever, and then we yelling out, whatever. And then it got to a point where every time we seen him, it was on site. Either somebody was getting pushed, somebody was getting hit, or there was like an altercation and shit like that. So it got to the point where each one of us had to be escorted by the security guards to each of our classes. So we couldn't be in the same hallways, couldn't be on the same side of the cafeteria, no, none of that, you know. And like, a lot of the ESL girls had liked us and stuff, and I guess that they didn't like that. So what is it? Some of the ESL girls that we was cool with and whatever, stopped talking to us. Wouldn't even like like they was getting mad. They was telling them don't talk to them. Blah, 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 blah. And yeah, and I don't understand why. But it was one day after school, so I had a friend. He's a little slow, like he's a little mentally challenged or whatever. And like that's my boy, you feel me? Like every time I see him, I show him love and all that. Everybody fuck with him and all that. Like you feel me? He's a little crazy, yeah, but he's cool dude. You feel me? Every time he see me, he dap me up, give me a hug, or what up, blah blah blah. And like all that bullying shit, the bullying, the disabled kids, and all that shit that don't fly well with me at all. And um, yeah, every time I see that, I always stick up for them. Like I'll be cool with them. I'll go into their classrooms. They all love me and shit. You feel me? I had one kid. He had like my shirt. I had a Dragon Ball Z shirt, and he was like, "Oh, that's a cool shirt." Blah blah blah, whatever. I was like, "Oh, where you like it?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I gotta get one." Da da da. Bro, I took my shirt off and gave it to him, so he could have it. Like I really like I fuck with all of y'all. So all that bullying shit, especially special need kids, I don't rock with that at all. So my boy, but my boy, so every time after school and stuff, we all stay upstairs. Not upstairs, but we're outside, but we're on the upper level pretty much. And then when we walk down the hill, all the buses are there. So that night, well, that day, we had a haunted house. I don't know if everybody's school does that, but it's when they decorate the cafeteria, put a whole bunch of spooky stuff and everything, and then you get your ticket, and then later on that night around like 7 or 8 o'clock, everybody comes down. You can come in your costumes or not, and you give them the ticket, and then we have to, it's like a scary maze. You walk through and they all try to scare you and stuff like that. So we had that at school. So it was that day. And all the buses left. I left. My boy with the disability, we're gonna call him, what should we call him? We'll call him Mark. His name is Mark. That's not his real name, but we just gotta give him a name, okay? So Mark, he stays after school. I guess he gets picked up and stuff like that. So either he gets picked up or he walks home. So one of the ESL kids seen him, and I guess they got into like a little altercation, whatever, and they jumped him. They jumped Mark, a special kid. Like, really? So then Mark told us, and my boy called me. He told me what happened. So I was like, alright. So that night when we came down to we went to go to the haunted house. Almost all my boys was there. And mind you, I don't really go to after school program shits like that. I don't go to the dances and all that shit. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? So I went and I seen them. I seen the ESL kids. So I was like, what? So I called my boy. I was like, oh, they're here right now. You want us to do something or nah? He said, nah, just wait, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we wasn't going to do nothing. We was just going to chill, go to the haunted house, and then feel me be out. And then, so I told everybody, I was like, nah, just chill. And yeah, we not going to do nothing unless they do something. But we wasn't going to do nothing. So we all went inside. We're waiting in the line to go into the haunted house. Everybody's popping out trying to scare everybody before we even got in there. So it was me, my boy, and this girl he was trying to get with. So we go down in there, and mind you, all my friends, they some of them went in, and some of them already was just outside. But the ones that went in already went in before me. So I was like the last one from the group to come out. So we going to the haunted house and shit, and it was alright. It wasn't that scary, but It was kind of scary, but it wasn't that scary. You feel me? But that was my first time ever going to um, one of the school things. I tried to go before for a BCN class. So BCN is like a school news. It's like the school news, and they said that if we're BCN, we can go in there for free and like get pictures and recording and stuff for the school news. So it was like every Thursday. So every Thursday we would have to go to our homerooms, and they'll show it on the projector. And yeah. And I had went that time, and they said that we couldn't film. We couldn't like that. We didn't have that ability to do whatever. So I'm like, what the fuck? Now I go to school the next day, whatever. We get yelled at because we was trying to get in for free. But y'all told us that. But whatever, that's whatever. So we're going through the haunted house, and as I get out, I'm coming outside, and then I'm looking, I see a whole bunch of group of people. I'm like, what the fuck? And then my boy, he was like, yo, they're here. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm looking. One of my boys got a bat. He's pointing the bat at the dude, at one of the Spanish dudes, the chipmunk dude. Pointing at him, their leader. And then, what is it? My other boy was trying to like, you feel me? He was coming up to him, blah, 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 whatever. And then one of them was already leaking. So I was like, what the fuck? I ran over there. And we was kind of like, damn, I dropped my shirt. We was kind of in the camera and kind of not in the camera. So they could see a couple people and can't see a whole bunch of people. But, so after my boy said that, what? I was like, what? I went up there and I seen the dude that had bumped me before. So I went, rocked him right in the spot of his face. I fell right on the floor. And then we all about to like get busy and shit like that. And all of a sudden, the teachers and shit was running outside, and then they was like, oh, we called the cops, blah, 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 whatever, da, da, da. And the cops was already pulling up. The cops was already there because for events and shit at school, they have to have the cops there. So, like, football games, any special events, dances and shit like that, they have the cops outside. So, the cops were already, like, at the bottom hill. So, you could see the lights coming up as the teacher is coming out saying that, yeah. One of my boys picked the boy up, slammed him right on the concrete. Like, they got fucked up. He got fucked up. But as soon as the lights came and all that shit, I floated all the way down the hill. I was gone. I told my mama, like, yeah, you gotta pick me up like around the corner or some shit like that. And so what is it? That was a Friday. So when we went back to school on Monday, man, them teachers was packing niggas up. They was oh yeah. Blah, 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 come to the office, blah, 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 come to the office, blah, blah, office. Everybody was coming to the office and shit. And, like, that shit was crazy. I didn't get called, though, so I'm valid. Me and a couple people didn't get called. But they got, ISS. And some of the ESL people still was there. Some of them had left. I don't know why they left, whatever, but yeah. Some of them left, and then shit like that shit got worse after that. So like we really couldn't be wandering around in the hallways or any of that. Like we had to be escorted from class to class. If we had to go pee, we had to be escorted to go pee. Like we couldn't be in no contact with them at all. And what is it? We seen them outside of school. So we started seeing them outside of school and all that shit, and shit was just getting like bad. But after that, all that shit like died down. Like they was leaving and shit. And like I said before, a lot of them was playing with their nose, so a lot of them was fucked up. So it was like, feel me? And a lot of their girls and shit was on that shit too, getting fucked up, getting ran through and all that shit. So shit was just dying down. They wasn't really fucking with us. I haven't seen any of them since like 3 years ago, and I graduated 4 years ago. So yeah. But it was literally a black versus Mexican war at the school. Like that shit was crazy. And I mean, it was funny and also fun too, I'm not gonna lie, cause like a lot of people now, they don't fight. And me, like, I'll fight. I can have a gun on me, I'm still gonna fight, you feel me? But yeah, that shit was just funny. It was just funny at school. Like, we literally had to be escorted from class to class, escorted to the bathroom. We couldn't even talk to the ESL girls, no, none of that shit. Like, it was just funny. But that's kind of the end for this story time for me. If y'all new, like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know what else y'all want to hear. Like, drop some, I don't know, drop some things down, and then if I have a story time for them, then I'll say it, or you feel me, or subscribe, and I'm gonna post like, should I do this story time or this story time, and then y'all comment down which one I should do, and we could do it like that. So y'all let me know. Do y'all want me to put like a poll up, or y'all can say y'all story times in the comments, and then if I have one, then I'll do one. But yeah, that's the end of this story time. Deuce.